Okay, we're live. Getting everything set up still. Chat. Should be this one. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Now I need to click off that. I'm basically playing off OBS. That's how I do it. Where's the there we go. There's the chat again. I want to move the chat like right here so I can see it easy. Okay. I don't know if I'll get a chance tomorrow, so I need to make sure I stream tonight because I didn't stream Sunday or Monday. I'm trying to stay fairly consistent, multiple days. So last time we were in Ekritik, and the real question is, do I want to go backwards and like pick up some berries or something like that? I think the answer is yes, because I have 7. Actually, first things first. Ah, a sip of water. I move my webcam back over since I am not leaning over. I like having my colored light, but I figure I'm already halfway through my videos for the week, so I would, guess we'll get these. I'll need the white lights back in for thumbnails and stuff, so I don't want to take them out and put them back in. So, hope everybody's doing good. Okay, I got all the apricorns. That's cool. I finished gold the other day. I think I finished it after my last stream. Yeah, I did, because I just started playing Pearl a little bit. Yeah, it's so much easier to get back over here. Okay, so we talked to that guy, got Rock Smash. Make sure. Yes, Team White. O2 is Headbutt. O2 or O3 is Headbutt. So I would like to get the berries that are around here just because I think it's useful. Actually, I got a cough. Okay, I think I'm good. That's not regular berry, but that's okay. I'll pick these up anyway. Okay. But, oh yeah, so I finished gold, and I'm really disappointed because it is so limiting in the Pokédex sometimes. In gold, I had Feraligatr as my starter. Gold is my original game, so easy decision. I love Feraligatr. Then Bitterberry. I think you need like 9 or 10 of the berries, so that's why I was like, might as well come back around. It's not too difficult, and I think at least a couple of these are regular berry, at least like 2 of them. Anyway, then I was using Ampharos because Ampharos is not available in Crystal, so I knew this would be my only option unless I wanted to go and use it in Silver. But Electric and Grass are good against Water. Most of the options are really bad. Though I got the Leaf Stone in this one, so that's an option for Crystal. But otherwise in Gold and Silver, it's limited options. So I decided to go this way around. Use Ampharos there. I like Ampharos a lot too. Gold is like the main copy for me, so I want to make sure Gold has stuff I like. And then Magmar, because I love Magmar. So that was like my core team. And then, what else do I have? Who is the other member? I know 2 of the members. I'm missing a 3rd of the last ones. Blanking. It's not a dark type. It's not a ghost type. It's not a bug type. It's not a grass type. It's Crobat. That's what it is. I love Crobat. This is probably a little bit before Crobat gets better because Crobat is very fast and then pretty good stats overall. Not amazing, but not really bad in anything with Fairy Speed. But there's limited, there's no poison moves, there's no fairy types, which makes poison a lot better. Though I've used gold, oh yeah, I forgot these were green. Though I've used it effectively in Black and White, though it was definitely what I'd consider like the glue member in Black 2 and White 2 for me, where it really type-wise was a glue that kept my team very, very, very synergetic. I don't plan on using the team, but I almost want to. But I don't want to. That's the one thing about Black 2 and White 2 is I had such a perfect team. The only thing that I was missing was grass moves to like Seismitoad. Okay, I didn't think you wanted to battle, but I'm over here, so I thought I might as well talk to him. I had such a perfect team that it's like I can't get that team back. You know, like every team that I play through just does not even hold a candle to this team. It was Samawat, Darmanitan, or Samawat, Magnezone, Darmanitan, Crocodile, Heracross. I went back for Crobat if I'm not mistaken. Because Crobat, I think, like just synergized really, really well with the team. The only thing that I was not as good against is there's my one water resist with Samawat. Magnezone doesn't resist water, but it hits it super effectively, and Magnezone's really good. I didn't have a real good way to hit, like, the water. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm over here. I've got cut now. Oh. No, okay, I hadn't done that before. Cool. I was like, wait, have I done this before? Did I already get the item here? Anyway. But Magnezone's still really good. It hits water really hard. I never would hit water ground, so because I know grass type. I know grass moves. That was like the only flaw of the team is there's no water. There's nothing to hit water ground types. But every team has just fallen flat compared to them. It was so perfect. I guess the only other thing that maybe is iffy on it is it was physical attacker heavy. If I did not have... I mean, I think I had like Surf and stuff on Samawat. I think it's kind of mixed in its, like, what it does. But I don't need to go to the Pokemon Center. I just need to... I'm depositing the Apricorns. They take up valuable backspace. Blue and black. Okay, there we go. But Heracross, Crobat, Darmanitan, Crocodile are physical, and a lot of Samawat is physical. But obviously, it's like my Surf Pokemon too. So it's got mixed stats, so it could be either way. You say anything interesting? Yes, it is a long way. Okay, so there's a Sailor over here, and I'm leading with my Orso. Might be a switch immediately, but if it's Machop. Never mind. The Sailor's up there. So, yeah, then I had Girafarig was the other member, and I had Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is cool. I don't dislike Sudowoodo, but I realized that it didn't really do anything on my team. Rock is good against Flying, Ice, Fire, and Bug. Crobat hard walls bug types. I got a Feraligatr that's really good against fire types. Then, what was this at 2? Flying. I've got Ampharos who's really good. Bugs also hit super effectively by Magmar. And then Ice, Magmar. So, like, don't get me wrong, it's good to have backups, but everything on my team, like, covered what Rock does. And then Rock, off the top of my head, resists fire. I've got a water type. Resists normal. I mean, I guess if I really... Oh, this is tough. This is tough because Lick is physical, but Lick's been doing, like, no damage this entire time. So there's an argument for Feint Attack. They're both good against Psychic and Ghost, but my physical attack should be garbage, if I'm not mistaken, or my special attack. So I'm actually going to, yeah, I'm going to stick with Lick. I think it's probably really similar. It'd be interesting to go on, like, Pokemon Showdown and do, like, 0 IVs everything. You know, EVs, what would it do? But, oh, yeah, that's similar. Oh, that's really similar. Shoot. Oh, Lick is really bad. Okay. we are going to completely reset. We wasted 10 minutes. That's okay. I'm going to battle her first. I think Feint Attack is going to be better. I know there's a gap between physical attack and special attack on Ursaring. I guess it was dumb unless in case I decide, oh wait, maybe Lick is better, but Teddy Ursa. Yes, I realize I get really dark. I'm using my phone for light. I do not have an extra light sitting on my shelf, and I don't really want to invest into that because it's like it's a lot of money for just a light, and I don't have a lot of space. Gen 2 decks, why not? Yeah, so Teddy Ursa has a 30 difference between its attack and special attack. Ursaring is a heck of a lot more. Maybe I should have gone for Lick, and that was stupid of me to reset. Okay. Pokemon Showdown. I should have just done this from the start, because now I do have to go back. Team Builder. New team. Add Pokemon. Whoa, wait, no. I need Damage Calc, not Showdown. Damage Calc. As a Showdown thing, but I need specifically Damage Calc. Okay. Ursaring. Blank set. And we're going to take Mew. Because Mew's got everything equal. So if Mew is just totally neutral, and we're totally neutral, though its attack feels a little bit higher here. Oh, I clicked on Ursaluna, that's why. I was about to say, why is it, There we go, Ursaring. Okay. That makes more sense. Oh yeah, they changed how you spell Feint Attack, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Feint Attack, Lick. Okay, I was correct. I was correct. Even though Ursaring has like 55 less special attack, yeah, 55 less special attack. Feint Attack does like twice as much damage as Lick. Oh, wait, that means I just reset for no reason. Damn it. Okay, well. Is that a good position? Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, I probably should have just done that from the start. But now I know I have an informed decision as opposed to, you know, accidentally making the wrong one by accident, possibly. I don't want to get stuck like I did with X and Y, where I went with Ember or Fire Fang because I have more special attack, and then it turns out that, like, Litlio's difference plateaued at, like, not that big of a difference. Like, it was a decent difference. Like, you definitely want a special attack over physical attack, but not... Why the hell is Matt up front? I thought Orso was up front. Am I stupid? I must be stupid. Well, let's get through this again. I refuse to use the speed up button. Huh. When did I move Orso up front? Okay, anyway. Well, we're backtracking. We're definitely gonna get Feint Attack. Thankfully, again, this takes like 5 minutes. Since you got the loop. There's a loop in Sinnoh too. And in a way, there's kind of a... I guess there's kind of loops in all the games, or a lot of the games, where they, like, places intersect back with each other. But, like, Unova is a big loop, so, like, getting around from one side to the other would take a while. But, like, in this game, you know, the routes are pretty short, so it's not really all that big of a deal. Okay, so what we were talking about before, we got way off track by, with moves. Oh yeah, Pyro. I don't want to get in position with Pyro, where I'm using the weaker move because I thought, oh, my you know, one of my attacks is way better than the other one, and then it turns out the move that's just stronger is way better despite the difference. Like Fire Fang would have certainly been better than rocking Ember for like 20 levels, like 20 extra levels. Because even though my special attack was higher, it turns out my physical attack was only like 20 or something lower, maybe 30, but it wasn't enough to change the difference in. I'll go back for the high version too. The difference in power, like it would not have been worth it to. It wasn't worth it to keep Ember over Fire Fang because Ember is a special attack. Like the 20 base power stronger of Fire Fang was better. So now we know going in that Feint Attack is definitely should be better, even with a special attack stat that is a lot lower, because Lick is just pathetically weak. It's like base 20 or 30. I forget which one it is, 20 or 30. I honestly thought, well, there's a big enough gap that Lick might be just stronger than Feint Attack, because Feint Attack is only 60. It's stronger, but it's not crazy strong. But I was wrong. Turns out, Feint Attack is way stronger than Lick, even if my physical attack is way higher. This way. It's Berry. So what, like 2 of these are Berry? Is that it? Am I missing anything? I think that... I'm trying to think what was below Violet. I can check my bag, but... I know this one should be Berry up here. Yeah, so only 2 of these are Berry. It's the furthest 2 away. Others are... Well, it was Bitter. Bitter was one of them. Bitter, Poison Cure, and Paralyzed Cure. I don't want to lose all my berries because I like the berries since they're a basic item, kind of like potions being up in the item slot. But I think this should be enough. And I think there might be a berry outside of the farm too. That tree I think is just regular berry. So backtracking further back, saying that my team was really, really great in Black 2 and White 2. My gold team with Sudowoodo, as I was saying, everything it countered. It did have low kick, so it could hit normal types that way, which is nice. Like, it was probably my best way to hit normal types. But just the problem with Sudowoodo is, in the end, it had fine stats, but it was really slow, so it always went a second. And if things hit with special attack, even if it was like a coverage move, they kind of did a decent amount of damage, and it could make fire do a decent amount of damage, because it's just not a especially defensive Pokemon. It's got a little bit, but not a lot. I feel something. That is a cool spawn. But we're not going to catch Poliwag because we're not using Poliwag. The problem with Poliwag is, I mean, Poliwrath I think has a usable special attack stat. But Poliwrath, there's no fighting moves, so I'm basically using, I could use better water types. Heck, if I wanted to invest into it, like Starmie is a better stone. That's the thing, is it's stone evolution. I do not know what trainer would give you a possible water stone, you know, by them calling you, like Picnic or Gina did for the leaf stone. So Sudowoodo didn't really do anything on my team. It was a different type, but everything else was covered in some way. So I ended up ditching him for the Elite Four simply because I know there's a poison and I know there's a dragon in the Elite Four. And you could catch Quagsire, who I learned has a 50% chance to run away after every single turn, making it a pain in the ass to catch. But it didn't take too long to level up, even though I had to level up a lower one, because there was a route that was more common, but it was lower leveled by a few levels. But Victory Road is a easy place to level the water type, especially one with Ice Punch. So I could hit everything except for like Ursaring. That was the only thing that was kind of iffy. But I put that on my team because I was like, I think it'd just be more useful to have a ground type to be able to have an alternate option against poison. Because otherwise, my Psychic was Girafarig, right? And then I had the, actually, we need to go deposit the berries. I have one Psychic type and I have a Poison type, but like that was it. That was the wrong thing. And I'm not that comfortable with Girafarig, especially without having Psychic, as, you know, being able to just destroy the poison types. Like, it's not going to be a cure-all almost. And Crobat should wall, but I don't know how much, like, super effectively it'd do. And I forget what else he had on his team, Because, like, Karen had a Gengar. I think he had, like, a Weezing and a Muck. No, did he even have a Weezing? He at least had Muck. He might not have a Weezing. He had Muck, though, for sure. I think Karen was the one with Vileplume, too. I think Karen had 2 poison types or something. I could be getting that mixed up. I think he had a Venomoth, and that was... I could just use Magmar against it. But, you know, I have limited options to be poison types with, so... I was like, that'd be better. I can give it Ice Punch as a coverage move. It gets Earthquake at 35, so I just leveled up to 35, which is around where my team was. I think my lowest members were 34. And I leveled everybody up to 35. Everybody was between 35 and 38, I think, going into the Elite Four, which is, by the way, 12 to 15 levels under Lance, which is way under. And I did not type well against the Elite Four, because you have... Okay, so we have now the game saved, and it is also in front. Yes, it is. So Will's Psychic, Bug is atrocious, Ghost is atrocious in Gen 1. I think Heracross is Mega Horn, and nothing else gets like Nidoking gets it the next gen, but like nothing has and that's Poison type anyway. Nothing else gets like Mega Horn, so it's Twin Needle and Mega Horn on Twin Needle, Beedrill, Mega Horn on Heracross, and that's like they're both weak to Psychic, so that's not an option. Ghost not an option. We all know Gengar in early gens. No. And then other option is Dark, and I had Bite on two Pokemon. I had on Crobat, who's Poison type. So yeah, it was thankfully Will has 2 Zatus, and that allowed me to go into, I think it was Ampharos and just Thunder Punch. Also had an option to Thunder Punch with Magmar. I got a crit. I think I'm just like a little bit mucus, so as I talk I can sometimes feel something tingling in my throat a little bit. Not like hurting or anything, but just tingling, and it's really uncomfortable. Yes. We're gonna get rid of Lick. I forgot if actually, did I keep Lick or did I get Fan Attack? I forget. I think I kept Lick as what it originally was, so yeah, I did need to reset for that. Now I at least have something that's Psychic type super effectively, and I have a good Ghost option. I'll save it here. It also can't miss, so there's some utility there too. I'm still the lowest level. I feel like this guy has Machop, but he could have a Water type. We'll switch into that. After this, Zuko is probably going to come to the front. Because I would like to get my Quilava, since I'm not going to be... There's not really many level up opportunities after this route. Well, no, there's the Olivine Lighthouse. But there's a... Okay, it is. Whooper. I really thought this was Machop. Psybeam. It's got ground moves, which I don't think it has anything good yet. I should be fine. Yeah, I've got better special attacks, so if Matt's phasing a special attacker, I feel fine being able to take a hit. So yeah, I put the Quagsire on my team, but it was only a short-term thing, because I was like, I got a Water type already. A Ground is useful type, and having Earthquake is really cool, but I was like, that's, you know, that's it. But I beat the Elite Four, or no, let's get the story. So I got through Will. Next was Koga. Got through Koga. Then Bruno. Bruno was the first time I lost something because I have only flying types, and I think, what was it, Machamp had Rock Slide. So there, you know, it started to get to, okay, you know, they can do some damage against me with some of that coverage. Ooh, I got the burn. And I got paralyzed. So I was able to get through it though, because Onix easy kill with my Feraligatr. And I was able to get through the other fighting types. Kind of just out-muscling, really, is what it was. More than anything, it was just out-muscling them. Which is kind of funny, given that they're fighting types. Go for the quick attack and get the kill. Sweet. Then it was Karen, and Karen wasn't as bad. I had to use Feraligatr early against something. I forget what it was. We'll go into Orso here. But I was able to take like Houndoom I was fine against. I just healed up and then went for like a surf or something like that. That or no, you know what? No, Houndoom did a decent amount of damage, but I survived it pretty easily, and then I healed myself up, and then suddenly Houndoom did like way more damage, and I'm not really sure why. I must have gotten like a low roll because it looked like I could survive 2, and then I suddenly could not survive 2. I don't know what the deal was. That should kill. Yeah. But whatever came in was able to just finish it off really easily. I think it was like Magmar or something using Thunder Punch. And then I went on for Lance, and we need to heal. There's always some... Okay, we're going to use the actual Paralyzed heals. Hello. And then for all the Dragonites, I looked up afterwards, have a different coverage move, but I started off with the Quagsire thinking it was a safe bet, and of course it was Gyarados, which is annoying because Ampharos is what really wants to take on Gyarados. Mr. Mime. So I got through Gyarados. I think I switched out, got through Gyarados, because Ampharos is going to get a couple other things, but I really wouldn't mind a Dark type in this. Like, I would love a Dark type, because Psychic is so good in this gen, but Barrier, interesting. I'm actually going to switch out to Matt. This is going to take forever to kill Izuku. Matt can just hit with something hard and kind of resist the Psychic moves back, so. But the Lance fight was just very, how do I put it? It was Gyarados facing... I think what I might have done is I swapped into like Crobat or something and confused the Gyarados a couple times and just try to chip down so I get Ampharos in for free, because Ampharos is still also a key player for the rest of the fight. And then I kind of went back to Quagsire to Ice Punch things, and then I did Feraligatr for Ice Punch, and he was hitting with Hyper Beams, but I do resist, or I don't resist, but Feraligatr's best stat is actually defense. At least in my Feraligatr had most defense than anything else. So I was able to... Sure. You know what? This guy's such a fucking Chad. Gotta have him on my phone. Just caught off guard. I didn't realize he asked. Okay, we got one spot for Sailor Huey. That's what matters. Keep Zuko up front. I also will need Zuko for the Steel Gym, so that'll be it might be more worth it to go and like Fire Punch with Alakazam against Steelix or something. Of course, it's another water type. Pokemon. How about my best option is Matt. But Hyper Beam, I could take like a hit or two, and Hyper Beam you have the recoil afterwards, so it wasn't too difficult to actually beat the Dragonites. I think I had... Was Magmar able to beat Charizard, or did I have to put something else? I forget if something else came in to face Charizard, like Ampharos, or if I was able to wall it with Magmar, because I knew Magmar had Thunder Punch at the very least, while resisting fire. And then Aerodactyl was kind of easy, because I think it had Ancient Power, but I was just able to like two-shot it with something. But yeah, I think I came out with like 2 level 40s for Alligator and Ampharos, who Ampharos absolutely carried, by the way. Ampharos got evolved quickest and just carried, because there's a lot of portions of the game, or maybe so it's just like this, where there's thousands of water types. And it was just always able to seem to get levels. And once I got Thunder Punch too, like it was my thing for a little bit, because it and Magmar hit really hard. Though I guess Crocodile had Surf, but Crocodile wasn't fully evolved. So MVP is Ampharos. For Alligator, yeah, it's not ideal in pre-Gen 4. I might. I lean towards using it over Meganium for our Gold Soul Silver. Because I like to take advantage of what's probably the biggest swap, you know? It's one that, you know, is really hurt by the physical special split. So I feel like it would be the better option to go with for our Gold Soul Silver, take advantage of that. It'd be very different, but it was still good. Still very good. Great coverage in the game since you get a Ice Punch for free, being able to just buy it. Magmar was really good. It wasn't quite as strong as those two. I think it's because it's a non-evolved Pokemon, even though it's got pretty good stats. I forget it. I feel like Magmar is quicker than Magmortar. I could be wrong. I'm not going to look that up. I don't want to grab my light again for just that, because that's totally irrelevant to this. I think Magmar's faster, so maybe I'd be a bit slower, but I'd probably better stats as Magmortar. But that's not the case yet. That was one thing. I wonder if no, I don't want to do that. I almost want to put the, with the item evolutions of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I know that would mean technically if I could get some of those items oh, it's just mid-berry, okay. Well, we're going to save. I've got 8 berries to use here. I can always come back for the last one if needed. If we can get over to Cinnabar, then I'll be able to just fly anywhere too, and that'll make it real easy. Its cry is weak. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, maybe I have to go next door and talk to this guy first. I could be this guy, not her. And then Girafarig was fine. It was nice having a Psychic type on the team. I'm kind of waiting for it to get Crunch because I think that'll really make it come into play, being able to resist other Psychic types and then the back with Crunches that are special. Yes. Okay, that's 1. 2. 3. A little healthier. 4. 5. It's quite healthy now. 6. 7. There we go. Okay, it was just 7. So I definitely needed the other ones to... Yeah, we're feeding Moo Moo. I love Miltank's cry because, like, in modern day Pokemon, it still has, like, the Gen 2 sound for cry, which is pretty cool. You do see Miltank on this route. I guess I could no, I got Ursaring, so I'm not using Miltank. I think I looked at Miltank's moveset and it's just not exactly what I'd want. I was hoping, like, I'd get, you know, 1 for free at least. Oh, this is not Ice Beam. Is this Snore? Yeah, that's Snore. And then Crobat took way too long to get a flying move by level up. And I only got it evolved like right before it got Wing Attack anyway, so it's not even, it doesn't get Fly until it gets to be Crobat, so it didn't get Wing Attack until like that level basically. And that kind of sucked, because I was kind of just about a flying move for a long time. It's not a bad Pokemon thing, I guess, technically speaking. There's argument to go back and forth between Teddiursa too. Since Teddiursa is Teddiursa can go up on the next route on the way over, like I could switch train with it. I can't do that with or I could switch into it or have it lead. So I guess technically Abra or Kadabra is the best option, but I've got limited Thunder Punches and I want to spread my levels out. I knew that was coming. But yeah, so back to gold with that team. So I was like, everything, those were the MVPs, but Quagsire was temporary. It's just a temporary member for them to the Elite Four because I can catch it at basically the level Sudowoodo was. Is easier to level up than Sudowoodo is. Even, I mean, pseudo low kick to hit things super effectively, but I didn't heal. That's okay. It was going to paralyze me immediately anyway, so it's probably better off doing this. Look at the little kid, Pokefan Derek. So, I was looking at what Pokemon I wanted to use, and I was like, okay, what's off the table, right? Bug type, useless. Ghost type, useless. I'll switch it to a Teddy with Fade Attack. Grass, I don't feel like I need. Rock, I don't need by itself. If it's a rock ground type, like Golem, which I wasn't using because I don't have another copy to trade with at the moment, physically. There we go. Level 24. I guess I will put an Orso to lead now. But the so I didn't want to shoot. I'm a little tired, if you cannot tell. I'd be losing complete track of thought. I don't want a rock type unless it was give me something else. If you give me something else, we're fine. If it's not giving me something else, I guess Dedue also doesn't want to fight the next route either. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, we're gonna put Dedue out in front. Because neither of those two Pokemon want to do anything on the next route. I think there's extra trainers, because there's not a trainer there in Gold. So yeah, that leaves a few types on the board. I'm not going to try to think through all the other types that are left off the top of my head. But that leaves, like, you know, some other types, right? I was looking through what would be cool to pick up for my party. And the Gold Pokédex stinks. It's simple as that. Houndour's post-game. I also have a fire... This is probably going to have to be switch out, but whatever. So Houndoom kind of overlaps with Magmar. And it's also post-game locked. Could get good Doduo. It has the same issue with Crobat. Actually, it probably would just outclass Crobat, let's be honest, in that early game. It'd probably hit a lot harder. I do have a normal type, though, with... I do have a normal type with Girafarig. Then most of the rock types don't get ground moves, except for like Golem. So there's not really a point in me going and grabbing any other rock type, except Tyranitar. Tyranitar would be really cool because rock is still a different type. Gives me alternate options, and it's a dark type. But you don't get it until Mountain Silver, and you only can do Mountain Silver when you fully beat the Kanto gyms. And that, like, totally takes everything out of it, because at that point, I'm going to fight every trainer, and I'm not going to have any good way to level that up. So, I took that off the list. Could go Dratini. The problem with Dratini is I definitely have the time to level that up, and hopefully get it to Dragonite by the time I would go do go through all the post-game and everything. And I'd be willing to make that investment, probably, with such a big post-game. But another issue pops up with just how it fits with my team. It would be a better flying type. Arguably a better for all the things it can do. But without looking up its moveset offhand, it'd probably be running Wing Attack, maybe Fly. I think it's Wing Attack when it levels up, so Fly is a little bit better. It's a 2-turn move. You know, there's... Hello! Fly is a 2-turn move. I could go with... whichever one, flying move, right? Then I think it gets the punching moves, and dragon moves, it basically would be Twister, because there's not a lot of dragon moves. I could teach it Dragon Breath, probably, at the TM. Dragon is obviously good against dragon. It's a good defensive type, because it resists all the things, the base types, but I was like, I've got Ice Punch on one Pokemon, and if Quagsire sits on my team until I catch something else, that's 2. And Thunder Punch and Fire Punch are both on Ampharos and Magmar. So it's like, if I'm running a punch-heavy team, it's just gonna be redundant. Okay, there's something over there. And it's, again, a ton of investment. And it doesn't get Probably the punches until it becomes Dragonite. I was about to say, I don't think you battle though. Yeah, because you wouldn't be healed here. Boo-hoo, just let the sick Pokemon go. Okay, anyway. So I didn't like that. I could go Cubone, because that would be a ground type. And it gets, even though they're all inaccurate, they're all pretty solid ground moves. That's in like Rock Tunnel. I don't know how quick Rock Tunnel you get to. Other option is just biting the bullet and going Houndoom, which I've thought about. I might just bite the bullet and go Houndoom. Because it's a dark type and I would like a dark type. Okay, what do I... Oh, wait, no, we can get the rod here. Yes. Yes, I like to face the sea and fish. Let's go. I forgot. I've been a couple days. Why am I leveling up some of these Pokemon that won't want to be up on this route? Because we have a Pokemon to catch. I think it's found in here. I'll look it up if it takes too long. Okay. I agree. This game is really... I really like... I finished Gold. I was talking about that, right? This is obviously a very similar game, being the same gen. I love it. Not even a nibble. Wait, can we select in this one? No, it just moves it. Okay. Wait, there's an SLE button. Yes, okay, cool. Now I can just use select. That's alright. As long as you're close enough, I should be good. We don't want Magikarp. We're not going for Magikarp. I guess technically speaking, that would work as a water type, but that's not what I'm looking for. Why can I not escape? There we go. We're gonna switch in Teddy. Yeah, Orso would be the best thing here for catching. Oh, there we go. So I'm basically going between either Marowak, because it's a ground type that gets a bunch of ground moves, or Houndoom, where I'll have a backup fire type that gets like Crunch, because it gets Flamethrower and Crunch by level up, which is crazy. I'm leaning towards that, even though I think Marowak would be pretty cool. It's hard to... There's not a lot of games to use Houndoom in, and it's in my current physical Platinum copies, so when I get to Platinum, I don't think I really want to use Houndoom because of that. Not that it's bad or anything, it's just I don't want to use the same Pokemon. Unless I loved it, and I think Houndoom is really cool, but I didn't use it and think, oh my gosh, this is one of the best Pokemon I've ever used, I have to use this again. Like, that's not what it was. It was really good, I liked it, but not that much. So, come on. Why is Magikarp do rain? I know like Magikarp is fast, but that's so obnoxious. If I remember correctly, it's like a 20% chance that it's not Magikarp. That's Magikarp again. I guess I will grab my light and go into the darkness so I can run. There we go. I'm gonna make sure that we can get what I want here. Stop. Give me a nibble. Okay, I believe that is outside. Yeah. Boom, there we go. Okay, I didn't even need to look it up. We got it. Hooked to Chinchou. Chinchou is always level 30. I accidentally clicked on the electric typing. We're going to feint attack this. I know this is my weakest move. I hope it... I assume it probably has Thick Club on it when you catch it, right? Okay, so I will not have... I should have Thunder Wave, Supersonic, Flail, and Water Gun. This is only level 20 here anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. Incognito. Out. Put that back over here. Okay. I got a crit. Yep, expected that. Yeah, Marowak the club is nice. I did use Marowak and Leaf Green. It was pretty good. I forget where it ranked on my team. I forget if I even made a video on that team or not. I like to keep my thoughts. I should probably put down more thoughts when I write when I, make teams, so I don't kind of forget exactly how things. Because there's sometimes over time I kind of forget if I like the Pokemon or not. Marowak was good though. But I think I'd rather do Houndoom and Crystal. I think it's a little cooler, but I don't know. Okay. I should have saved my game just in case. I don't think I'm going to go through all my Pokeballs, but you never know with this game. I've had it where a lot of low Pokemon just don't stay in the ball. Sweet, Chinchou's caught. Oh, we need a nickname. Oh no. The Angler Pokemon. Its antennae, which evolve from a fin, have both positive and negative charges flowing through them. Chinchou. Yes. Any nickname ideas? We're going to stay for a second. I love how Magikarp is the sprite. Female Chinchou. Female Chinchou. That is important. I think I silent Houndoom because I think Dark is a little bit more useful, but I like both would work, Both would be good because one's ground, one's dark. One counters the best type in the game, Psychic, and the other one counters Electric, which is incredibly obnoxious. So, who knows? The two Pokédexes I hate the most: Johto and Sinnoh. Mad Girl, okay. I don't think Lantern seems very mad though. Wait, I got an idea. Lantern. I always like looking at the names in other languages because sometimes you get cool ones. It's spelled Lantern with an E instead of a U in another language. Actually, multiple languages. That's really funny. Chinchou. Lampy. Lupio. Okay. Okay. Baby carp. It's not a carp though either, is it? Wait, what is that fish that has the light on it? Fish with light. Oh yeah, it's an anglerfish. Those things are creepy looking in real life. Lantern is not near as creepy. Okay, we're gonna read about anglerfish. Creation. Anatomy? No. Okay, anglerfish and fiction. There has to be some characters who are anglerfish. Okay, it's an antagonist in Finding Nemo. I do not know what this wiki page is, because that's not Finding Nemo. Wrangler the anglerfish, obeying rules. That thing looks scary. Okay, I'll take that one. I like that one. Ah. Phone. Stay. There we go. Okay. My always go-tos are there any characters who use those, like, elements, I don't know anything. Okay, make sure I've got my spelling right. Okay. And we can always go to the name reader if needed. Oh, hello, Gina. Okay, she's not far away, but she's kind of far away. If we were back where we were, she wouldn't be far, but now she is far. Actually, switch with you because I want our cutting Bellsprout to just sit in the back. That I think might also have Flash. I forget. Did we teach it Flash? Does it get Flash? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So we've cut and Flash in the same Pokemon. That's nice. I still don't have a last team member. I've totally forgot about that. Oh yeah, I could get a fighting type too, but I don't like the fighting types as much. The fighting types don't get a lot of interesting coverage. Or their coverage is like very TM centric, and I don't know where you get some of these TMs, because you get a lot. I think you get TMs for being the Kanto gyms. Because I know I read one you get in like Celadon or something. I think it was Giga Drain. I think it was beating Erica, so I was like, well, that's probably Earthquake, Giga Drain, and a lot of the really strong, you know, moves you'd get late. So this guy gives you strength. This is important. Because this means I can go for I either can get strength now on Teddiursa, or I'll be able to get it when I evolve. One of the two. Sometimes you do have to wait till you evolve. Or so can. I like Salamence. Salamence is really cool. The only thing with it's kind of the same with all pseudo legendaries is they're really difficult to use in their own games because a lot of times you don't get to the level by the end of the game that you need to fully get them. So like Hoenn's Elite Four, for example, I'm going to assume that Steven is similar. And I know I would bet money that Steven is a lower level, either the same level or lower than Wallace. He wouldn't be higher than Wallace. But knowing Wallace's ace is 58, you're not having Pokemon 58 by the time you beat the game. Your Pokemon are in the upper 40s, and like I grinded to 52 because I wanted Earthquake on my Swampert. And that's still 3 levels short of Salamence, if I'm not mistaken. I think Salamence is 55. If not, it's 50, but that's still literally just the Elite Four. So it's not a very easy Pokemon to use, which is kind of annoying. Because I think Salamence and the other Pseudo Legends are really cool. I know they're strong, but it kind of sucks that you can't always use them in the games because you literally wouldn't have them evolved by the time you get to the end. Otherwise, though, I think Salamence is sick. I would love to use one if the opportunity presented itself, but the opportunity will probably present itself in a really new game. Like when we get towards like Sword and Shield or Scarlet Violet or something like that. Because I also don't know what games it's in inherently that you can catch it. No, that is a terrible trade. I mean, both Pokemon suck in this game, but Voltorb especially. There are 4 deserted islands. Bad kids are taken on as punishment. If I'm ranking the pseudo legends, I think Garchomp and Metagross are probably my number 1 and 2, and then Tyranitar and Salamence. I like them more than Komodo and Goodra, and Baxcalibur, and what even is Gen 8's again? Dragapult. Dragapult's a little bit awkward with its moveset, in my opinion. So Salamence is up there. I like it more than Dragonite, too. I've never had an attachment to Dragonite, because I just never really used it. I think I at least make sure, like, a Salamence is leveled up. That actually might be a fun thing to go into Sword and, like, breed. Do a big on. Okay, so we need level 25 to get Spark. So we might prioritize that, I'm not sure. You don't battle, I know that. This is Sailor Huey. He should have Poliwag and Machop. That might be an incredibly noxious fight, though. We do have Thunder Wave, right? It was because he used it against me. Thunder Wave, Supersonic, Flail, and Water Gun. Flail is really good if you're a weekend, but it's not really good otherwise. Oh, this guy doesn't battle either. Whoops. Okay. No matter what, we need the levels. This guy might have Growlithe. That'd be nice. But yeah, even like this team, right? I'm leaning towards maybe Dratini, but there's a chance if we decide to do the post game as well, which it depends. If it only takes us like, if we're like under 10 parts, Noctowl. I'm just gonna hard switch into the do. If we go through it, then that opens up a few options because there are some cool Pokemon like Marowak and Houndoom to use, but I think it's good to usually have a full team. I also don't think I have any ice moves right now or anything, so Dragon's gonna be scary. Like Lance is gonna be a lot scarier. The one thing about Lance though is, except for the one that has like ice coverage. Okay, I'm kind of scared of Dream Eater, but I don't think it would have Dream Eater level 20. If Lance has more physical moves or just Dragon, like if he's hitting me with Twister or something, then Golem might do really well. And I'm kind of hoping that Alakazam can just like hard carry by hitting really freaking hard, because it's an Alakazam. I will make sure that Alakazam is at 40 going into that. Like if we're all under leveled going into the Elite Four, I'll grind Alakazam. I'll grind to make sure it becomes Alakazam before we go in. Because I want to go in with Alakazam. And I'm pretty sure this would be an impossible fight. Like impossible Elite Four if I don't have it as Alakazam. There's also a fear that maybe Alakazam just one-shots a bunch of Pokemon, depending on what it has. I don't think it gets Psychic until mid-40, so I might still be going with Psybeam. But that'd be another thing to look up. I would hold off a Kadabra evolution if that was the case. We're gonna go into Matt because it's just gonna take. What? No, we're not. We're gonna go to Orso. Get the levels on Orso. I'll say it'd take forever to kill with Chinchou. Without like, it wouldn't be able to do anything to me, but I wouldn't be able to do anything back to it. Strength. Watergun. I would love to use, this is another, like, I think I like Poliwrath a lot. I think it's really cool. I'd love to use it, but it is like not even on my mind as an option until like past Gen 3. Because I don't think, well, you know what, you can buy Brick Break, so it would be an option at Leaf Green Fire Red. Back to Chinchou. Like it gets, I think the only fighting move it gets in this game is Submission. I do not want Submission. I don't want all that recoil damage. So for me, it's like, at least in Leaf Green Fire Red, Brick Break is a team that you can buy. So easy TM. Not having to force a team, I might want to put on something else onto, you know, this Pokemon. That's kind of what I had in Ruby, where I had to choose between a Shadow Ball on Claydol, I think it was Claydol, and Shadow Ball on Loudred. And what ended up happening is Loudred, just by total chance, had Hidden Power Ghost that wasn't pitifully weak. So I was like, okay, let's go and give Hidden Power Ghost to, since you can also buy Hidden Power, let's give that to Xcloud, and then Claydol can hit Shadow Ball. Oh, wait. Yes. I want Sailor Huey's number. The big thing is, I'm blanking again. Oh, yeah. So, Psychic resists Psychic. So I figured, since I don't think I had a Dark type on the team, and I don't think I had a Ghost type on the team. I did have a Bug. It was a Moldo. I figured it would make Claydol really nice if Claydol could hit Psychic types super effectively back, because, you know, it's pretty tanky. Huh. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, this is Chinchou. That's okay, don't worry. Don't worry about it. This game gives these sprites, so this is the humanoid sprite, Mr. Mime, Magmar, Electabuzz all use it. This is the cat sprite. A lot of four-legged type Pokemon get it. Eevee would get this. This one that Orso has is what like Totodile uses. Ampharos uses this one too. Then this one's a rock. I forget if Sudowoodo uses this or not. And yeah, we have a fish for just the fish. And then Oddish is used for like all the grass types basically. Yeah, that's how it works. They had less of these sprites. Not every Pokemon had their own one, so don't worry about it. I don't have a good nickname at the moment, so. Like I said, the name writer is always there if it doesn't seem fitting enough. I almost named it Lampy. Sometimes you have a nickname or you have like a reference, you know? Like, I had my Magmar was Iroh because he breathes fire. So this one, you know, fire type, Zuko, easy nickname, right? Matt, easy nickname because shout out to Helio Z, naming Kadabra Matt. So now I'm naming Alakazam after myself. Geodude came pretty easily, though. Even if I didn't, I probably could have a great avatar nickname with like Toph or the Boulder or something, since it's a rock. But just had that Geodude meme from what I saw a long time ago. And then Orso's a bear. That's an easy one because Beyblade channel. But yeah, I didn't have anything for Lantern. I don't get the reference either for Epaulet, so it kind of works out because it's not like, yeah, Mad Carp or is like that definitely, or Baby Carp or Mad Girl, where it definitely feels more not Chinchou. Okay, yeah, Chinchou, keep it lead. Why are you here? You're just gonna gawk? I suggest that you leave. Okay. Birdkeeper Theo. I do resist their flying moves, and I have water gun, so I should be good here. I can also go Thunder Wave them so they can't hit me as much. Oh, if they use Tackle, that's annoying. I think this guy's got all Pidgeys and a Spearow. I like to get some. Of course, it's a crit. I would like to get some kills though with Chinchou, so it gets all the XP. So I know there's a guy with Growlithe further up, and that'll be really nice. Let's go for Flail, because why not? Oh, that went second. Okay, so negative priority on Flail. Gotta remember that. Pidgey, no. If I had Confuse Ray, I'd go for that, but I'm not wasting my time with Supersonic because I had that for so long with Zubat, and it misses half the time because it's 55 accuracy. So not worth it. I can survive one more of those after this. I'll have to heal, which is when I'll do it. I'll risk the... Oh, we got a crit. This is not getting any XP. Pidgey, no. Or Thunder Wave this and then we'll heal. Oh, that was a big roll. Oh, this was a higher level. I didn't even notice that. I was really lucky. Pack. Let's go down and get the lemonade. At least I'll get a bit more XP from this one. I don't. Shouldn't be enough to level me up, but we can also take advantage of that Flail, and use it if we're going to take a hit or likely to take a hit, or like in the yellow, and we can take another hit. So if it's paralyzed, it still works out, and if it's not paralyzed and hits us, we do more damage. Another crit. That's the second one. No, don't change. This was level 15. You know what? I two-shot. Because 17 I almost two-shot. 15 I should two-shot. Yeah. I don't even want to worry about I don't want to worry about Thunder Waving it. I know there's a chance, like, it's only 25% chance that it is paralyzed, so. No. I do want to try something. If I go for Flail. Because I'll be pretty weak after this. How much is Flail going to do? Okay. Should survive one more of those. So unless it crits. At least I got my level. It'd be nice to have an electric move for the route back. Or for the water route. Otherwise, Chinchou is just going to be getting switch trained like the entire time. That's the priority right now, is I do want to get... Even though it will pass a few things, I would like to get Chinchou to have its... I'm actually just going to... I can fly back to Goldenrod. Or walk back to Goldenrod. It's not that long if I need it, but I'm good enough that I don't want to waste the time going all the way back to heal. I get more lemonades once I get fly, because I should have more than enough. That was annoying though, because it took a lot of fights and healing to get, like, barely an XP. Might be a shorter stream today, we'll see. How long has it been? An hour? Okay, yeah. It might only be an hour and a half-ish. I haven't eaten yet. We'll see. We'll see where we're at when we get through this. I will Thunder Wave this. Even though I resist the fire move, it probably is Bite too. Yeah. Water gun. I guess there's a chance that if I just two-shot it, this was pointless, but if I outspeed it next turn. Oh, yeah, yay, roar. Let's split the XP up, although I at least get a level here. Guess we're just gonna go for water gun next time immediately. Yeah, there's the level. Growlithe, yes, we're going back into Chinchou because we want the levels. I hate that all these things are giving me such low XP because I'm not like that crazy above them or anything, and they're not crazy low level, but it's just a bunch of things that give 100. Or it's like Noctowl, where I definitely cannot stay in. Give me a Pokemon that gives me a lot of XP. Yeah, of course. And this splits it up too, which is so annoying. Yeah, have fun. You're gonna die. Magnitude 7. Gentleman of Preston. This will be the team though for a while, because until I find something else to use. The other thing is there's just so many Pokemon that don't get like a move. Like Piloswine, for example, right? I don't think Piloswine, I think it gets ice moves, but not ground moves by level up. Or something like that. And again, Earthquake TM way down the line. I guess I could TM Dig, but Dig's kind of obnoxious being a 2-turn move. It's just so annoying. How much does Phil do? Oh, it's not negative priority. We're gonna switch out. We're gonna go into Orso. I guess I technically go into Geode if it's stuck on rollout, but if it misses a rollout, I can start going for a water move. Strength. I love that animation. It's just a rock going and then getting thrown. That'll hit a little bit hard. But not crazy hard. Finish it off. But yeah, I think it's like an ice move but no ground moves or something. And there's just so many Pokemon like that in the game that just like don't get one of their stabs, or their stats do not align, you know, well. Sneasel like hits really hard with physical attacks, but Dark and Ice are not physical, so it's like hitting with Slash, which I mean, it's got high attack and high speed even as a Sneasel. But, you know, what are you really doing, right? You can, I guess, resist Psychic types and then just hit them with Slash. We'll give a go at staying in. Okay, so Flail doesn't look like it's doing a lot. I definitely have to switch out there. Okay, Orso. Krabby's another one. It's got high physical attack, but I don't know what it gets in this game offhand. It does get like ground moves in like Mud Shot or something, I think, and Leaf Green and Fire Red, but you know, it's not hitting water with its low special attack. And it just does not hit hard. Sneasel's kind of like that too. Its stabs don't actually hit hard. But it's a weird defensive typing, because it's like, obviously Darks are really good against some things, and very useful, but Ice is awful defensively, so there's like no benefit to having Ice as a defensive type, and that's kind of what you're kind of locked into. I might use one though in my Pearl playthrough that I'm doing right now. I could easily burn out, but I've been riding really high on Pokemon games right now, so I'm taking advantage of it. Sad, I kind of want to play Pearl. I'm starting Pearl. Maybe I don't get as far into... Oh, it's a crit. Maybe I don't get far into it. I've been thinking about playing some Mario Kart again. I might make a video on my timesheet. I found the spreadsheet that's got the standards on it. And there's ones... I don't know how official they are, because I'd heard that for whatever reason there wasn't standards for 8 Deluxe. But I found ones for no mushrooms and then regular. And I like that. I probably should get my no shroom times in though for that other one. I think it'd be fun to go through it. I don't think if it was a video though, it's going to be like hours long because I have to go through my entire times. And I have not watched a lot of those times. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna go all the way back this time. I haven't time trialed every track, so there's some times that my times probably just suck on. I don't know how much I want to like try to get those down, or if I want to not worry about it and then just have everything there. But I'm not sure what there is to talk about on a time that I don't know anything about. I gotta get myself back into playing though, because I played World when it came out, and I don't have a problem with World or anything. World's fun. I'm just more of a precision player. I'm better at that, I think, than tech tracks. And Mario Kart World is like all tech because of the mechanics of it. So I'm better at 8. So when it comes to like time trialing, I kind of think I like going back and playing 8. Because even the track I was playing, like the 2 tracks that I was time trialing a little bit on were Desert Hills and Sky High Sunday, which looks a lot better in that game. But okay, this just guy tells you that Surf's here or Strength is here. But the controls handle a little bit differently, and I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in months. So I gotta get back into it a little bit. So I guess getting some of those other times down that aren't really that good will be get me back into playing and just the mechanics and everything, how everything handles. So I can start playing the tracks I'm better at again and playing them better. I also don't know if the standards change between the DLC and not, because the standards were probably made way before the DLC, because Mario Kart 8 was already out, and once, you know, everybody realized the mechanics, you know, like, oh no, fire hopping, you can adjust accordingly, all the standards. But, you know, the DLC, there's a lot more knowledge, intricate knowledge about the game, so it's easier to have more accurate standards, I guess, at a higher level. Because there's standards for, like, everything, right? It goes beginner, intermediate, advanced, then it's expert. I'm missing one. It's beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, hero, something else, myth, and then god. I don't remember what the other one is, because I definitely don't have anything of that one. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to look it up. Back to the darkness for me. I've got the spreadsheet, so. Birdkeeper Dennis. Titan. It's beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, hero, Titan, myth. And then there's 3 of each of those. And then there's God at the very top. So there's 22 total. All the ones that are not God are separated into 3. A, C, B, and A. Okay, so we've got another Birdkeeper. I don't know my electric move yet. But I want the XP. Oh, if he's gonna Fury Attack, I'm switch out. Because if he hits a bunch of those, I'm gonna get really weak really quick. I guess technically speaking, I could flail, but... Well, you know what? No. I can water gun. And then I can flail this turn. Oh, okay. We can just water gun the water gun now. Most of my times sit in, I think my average is like advanced C, which isn't really that good. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's some tracks I just haven't played like at all. Like I have like a bunch of beginner times because there's just a few tracks I've like put no time into. So he might be able to pursuit me here, but I absolutely need that XP. He did not pursue me. Okay, cool. That is going to do a lot of damage to Chen Xiao. So, easy switch decision. I played a lot of the Mario circuits because I just love circuit tracks. I just think they're fun. I know they're some people might not like them as much because they're simple, but I think I love just basic circuits. Those are my favorite tracks, honestly, to play. I played a good amount of GBA and SNES Mario Circuit. Those are the ones I did the most. I did a bit of DS. DS was a bit trickier. The shortcut is really awkward. And I played Yoshi Circuit a lot. Honestly, I could get... My time was... If I kept playing and I didn't take a break... Because I'll go through and rotate around. If I didn't take any type of break from that one, I could have gotten... Because I put it a really bad lap 1 on one round. And then I was like, I'm just going to keep going because I haven't, played a lot recently and just kind of get back into it. I don't want to reset. And then I put down a lap 2 and a lap 3 that are just better than my previous ones by like a lot. It was by like 0.3 or 0.4, but I was down like a second. So that didn't matter when I was down by as much as I was going into lap 2. But I was like, crap, if I could have a lap 1 that's more competitive, I could have dropped my time down by like a second, I think. I don't know how good my lap 1 is, relatively speaking, either. You know what? I might have to heal just in case, because if it gets a lot, I mean, there's a chance it just, it's paralyzed, but I can't bank on that, because if it's not paralyzed, I could die. Yeah. I was at, what, like 20-something? I only hit 2 times, so I wouldn't have died there, but I could not risk it hitting like a multiple thing. There's a couple more trainers too in the center after this. Yeah, Fury attack. %66% of the time. It's 33-33 on 2 and 3, and then it's half of that, like 16-16 on 4 and 5 are the odds, at least in newer games. Don't have as good physical defense, so... Oops, they crashed. I think... Okay, there's not him over here. Oh, rare candy. There's benefits to using that to get a move quicker, like get the spark quicker, but I actually would say it's not as good because... Ooh, Team 34, I don't know what that is offhand. It takes more XP the more levels you get, so it's more useful to use that, like, maybe going into the Elite Four if I think something needs an extra level, or I'm trying to grind Alakazam Swagger. If I'm trying to grind and get a Alakazam, then it probably would make more sense to use that, like, right before the Elite Four, when it's a little bit harder to get levels. Or a Pokemon that I think needs it going into, like, the Elite Four. I'm gonna go heal one more time. Actually, no, I don't want to heal one more time. Well, I am going to, but I would like to actually buy something at the mart, so I'm leaving. I'm low on regular potions, and I would like to have some regular potions because it's useful to have those when you're like kind of low, like I'm 35 out of 60, and I can get myself back to close to max. Oh, there's not any here. Damn. I gotta go back her out. Oh, it's so annoying. We're gonna try well, you know what? We might end up just going back to Picnic Regina. Because I might have to go all the way back down to Goldenrod to get potions. Regular potions. I don't want any super potions. It's a waste. I've got lemonades. Lemonades are cheaper and heal more. But I would like something that heals less. because I like to be able to top myself off. Like Chinchou needing levels right now. Chinchou would love... I don't want to go into a fight at 35, but I definitely don't want to use a Lemonade at 35 health. Out of 60. So... I love the music to this game. I think it's a lot better than the remix. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver have terrible soundtracks. Those are my least favorite in the entire game. Not kidding. Oh, I didn't battle you before. I don't like the sound of Gen 4 as much sound-wise as the older games, like these or even Gen 3. Birdkeeper Toby. And I think Gen 5 sounds better than Gen 4. I think Gen 4 is just weird where like they didn't have everything dialed in, I guess, for the soundtrack. So I think Doduo would be so fun to use in this game, but it's post-game locked. I'm totally going to catch one of these and use one like Crystal. Next when I ever play it, like my main my physical copy. Because Doduo, I'm going to trade one over. It's cool. Doduo gets a crazy good moveset in this game. Doduo, sure. What was I saying before we wanted to go back for potions? Oh yeah, Mario Kart times. But I could have, I don't know what my lap 1 is like. I don't know if, I was never on pace with my lap 1 really. I don't know if it's because it's a good lap 1 or it's just lap 1 and that's kind of how it is sometimes. 5 times really. But I know I could cut off like half a second of that Yoshi circuit time. But I got to get back into it to be able to do that. I would like to do the no shroom times though, because I think that's interesting, especially since when you play normally, you don't always have mushrooms, so being able to do the Nisks, you know, be good at them, or just play your like online kind of, or your non-time trial type lines that you do, I guess, in a race, because you're. We are going to switch out now. No, we're gonna just use a lemonade. Because I might have to go back to Goldenrod anyway, and then I could just get more lemonades. Just gotta pray that doesn't hit like another 4 or 5 or something on me. Or switch to like Peck or something, please. Okay, 3. 3. Oh my god. I know there's slightly higher levels, but this is obnoxious. There we go. Didn't have to heal because it did that, but I really want the XP for Chinchou. I want to get all the XP. Do you want a rematch already? Okay, I'll actually take that. That's really useful. They do get levels, a bit of levels when you rematch, so. I also need to go and grab that tree real quick. But I'm kind of feeling like getting my time is back. And I feel like I could get myself back into the... Oh, there's regular berry. I feel like I can get myself back into the groove of things on the tracks that I don't play much, because my time's already bad, so I can kind of improve my times, but not be like... and not get stuck immediately. But still be productive. And then when I feel better, and I'm feeling like I'm better, playing better, then I can go and get my better times and try to get them actually down further. And it would be good. Okay. We don't have to go all the way back to Olive. Yeah, I'd like just 10 of those. Actually, give me 5 more. Yes. Now, do I want to go back and get more lemonade? Actually, I'm going to go back and get more lemonade. Why not? We got a rematch down there, even though Punagurgine I think is grass type, so that's totally useless for Venusaur, but it'd be good for Quilava. Is this? Yeah, I was about to say, that's legendary music. These run away immediately. I don't have Mean Look on my team. YOLO. Should have save stated, see if I could... How long it would take me to just Pokeball this. Well, that was pretty cool. Go down this way. Question is, do I, since this is a good, it'll be a good one for Zuko. I could just lead with Zuko, but I think, you know, actually, because grass types are annoying. They can poison and stuff. I think I will switch to Zuko in front. And have him face, Gina. Oh yeah, there's a bear over here. I could have gotten that at the beginning. I like Wii the most. Wii's my favorite. If I probably could time trial Wii. The thing is, like, for me, like, if I was streaming this, technically speaking, I can plug in the Wii and capture card and stuff. I probably need to re-download CTGP or something like that. But the biggest thing with that is... Wait, I just realized something. I've been using water gun this entire time. I got the Surf DM. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of water gun because there's still utility in Supersonic, and I like having a move that's not water right now, and Flail will be gotten rid of for Spark, so. I think I might get Confused way later, and if I do, that'll be Supersonic. This is Mystery Berry, which restores PP. That's really nice. And since there's up here, I think there's an item. Oh, or not. Okay, no item over here. Interesting. I guess it's just for aesthetic, having the gap between the fence and the trees. I would definitely try to stream if I start time traveling it though. That's something I could definitely stream as an alternate to this. I'm enjoying Pokemon right now though, so I'm kind of down to just stream Pokemon. I also need to get probably layouts and stuff. I liked this one. I don't know what I'd do for Mario Kart. Like background wise. I do have a background that's just like the main picture of it blurred. I could always go with that. Oh, shoot. I didn't want fresh water. Lemonade. Fresh water is going to be the thing I use. Right, like the first thing I use. I want to save that backspace. But I don't want to sell it since I accidentally bought it. No point doing that. I'm going to go down a couple thousand here. Even late game though, Lemonade's nice because like when I was in the Elite Four, I mean like I got a bunch of full stores because you're going to need that, especially if somebody like Coca poisons you or something. But it is so beneficial and the money will kind of skyrocket. I think you get Amla coin too, and like you can start using that to lead with things. Lemonade. But a lot of times, unless your base HP on a Pokemon is really high, like you don't have the you're like I was around 110 max. So as long as I was not really low, you know, like below 30 HP, Lemonade would pull me all the way up to full. And a lot of Pokemon did not even have 100 HP, so when they got really low, they could still Lemonade up pretty easily. Unless they were like in the red. Okay, there we go. I go by a number, and that's when 350. Like I'm at 377, so when it puts me here, 2727, that's when I stop. So I did a extra cycle of that, but that should give me a boatload of lemonades. So now we got potions when we just need to top off, and we got a boatload of lemonades for when we were. Good. What's up here? I don't remember this in gold. Oh wow! Will you quit bothering me? Well, F you. Is there somebody up here? Okay. Sales every so often. What's over here? That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll take the elevator down to basement floor 1, and just in case these guys have moved any of the boxes. It takes a while for them to move the boxes, but sometimes I forget when the first one gets moved that you can like go back around. Yeah, so I think all of these, at some point like that one over there gets moved. But the boxes will move a little bit, and then you can get some of the items down there. 1. Oh yeah, we gotta go fight Picnic Regina too. I might end off after that. I'm a little tired. I like to go eat. Okay. Actually, there's one more thing I'd want to do. I think I battled this guy, but I don't think I battled the guy further north, so... Okay, he doesn't want to battle me. I might need to go battle the other guy. And I will do that before I stop, because I don't want to forget that. Okay, Gina's got grass types. Grass types will just be annoying to fight. I don't want to switch terrain against them. Okay. I need to remember that Sailor Huey rematches for next time I stream. Which I don't think is going to be tomorrow, but could be tomorrow. Probably isn't tomorrow, actually. Maybe Thursday. We'll see. Thursday, I gotta make sure I do it a bit earlier. Because I like Thursday Night Football, and it's a good game. Bills and Texans. The Texans might be without their starter, CJ Stroud. That'd make it a bit less interesting, but still, I like the Texans' colors. I don't hit these hard. You know, I only have flail, so even with a low level, I definitely don't want to have... There's no point in switch training Chinchou against this. Super effective, a little bit of XP. Hey, this is something. It's not that much lower than those Pidgeys were giving me. At least from the Bulbasaur. But this will make it so next time she rematches, they'll be a little bit higher. Super effective. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna switch you back up front. We're also, while I'm here, thinking about it and can kind of see the top of the item, we're gonna serve over here and go behind. Nugget, nice. We get our money back. Is there anything down here? I might as well look. Is this tentacle territory? Yeah. I will not lead with Chinchou. I'm going to lead with something else, and then when I'm going to lead with Abra, and then when we get to a trainer, I'll switch Chinchou into the front. Because I do not want to be stuck. Oh! What is this? I have no idea. What? I have no idea what this is. I didn't even get that item when I surfed before, so I have no idea what to expect. 22, okay. We should get some levels from this. This is definitely a let's go into Matt and Thunder Punch, even though Peck is gonna hit a little bit hard, because I expected to go for Peck. Well, maybe not. I'm a water type. A horn attack. Same thing. Physical move. Yeah, it's gonna hit hard. Ooh, we got Thunder Punch. This would be really nice to have Spark here. Though, Chinchou also doesn't have the highest physical defense, so... Seeking, no. As much as I'd like to, I don't want to die on switching. That'd be my biggest fear, is that Matt just dies on switching, so... We can't have that with it going for like a horn attack. Oh, for Supersonic. Oh, thank goodness. Psybeam. Go down. I would love the XP for Chinchou there, but that's not happening. Sweet, Macri level 26. It's a bit more XP since these are probably 3 people in a row. Recover. Not worth it, I can just heal. And I can heal more than recover. If I was battling competitively, sure, but even then, I'm not tanky, so. I might have to come back here to see like if there's anything over there, because they're obviously going to be in the position here that blocks me. Staryu. I'm less afraid. Do they just have all water types? I'm not afraid with Matt here, because I don't think Staryu is going to hit me that hard with anything. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of our regular potions that I just got, just to top Matt off for the next fight. I guess this isn't going to do much. Shouldn't do. That was a crit, of course. Great, now I got to heal again. Jackass. I was like, Staryu shouldn't be able to do that much to me. And then, of course, Staryu goes and gets a crit and puts it all the way down to, you know, where it would have been. I was going to say I can Thunder Punch and be in a comfortable position to switch in, because if this is the same theme, this would be a Starmie next, and Starmie I should be able to switch into Alakazam or Kadabra. Yeah. And I don't think I'm just going to get my butt whooped by that. Unlike Seeking, where there is a real threat that, like Horn Attack would not KO me, but do a lot of damage. There's not much of a threat to KO here, because my special defense is higher than my defenses. And Starmie's physical attack isn't really that good. We'll see, though. I might have to heal. Can I? Oh, I cannot survive, too. Not from that health. Worst case scenario, I can go sacrifice Bellsprout to the gods. I don't really want to lose Matt. Okay. Thunder Punch. I don't think I don't think I kill. No, I don't. Okay. I don't know if that was a mid roll or a high roll or what. Median roll. Whew. I'll probably have to heal Walla. Chinchou is in. Or maybe they don't have a water type. Maybe they actually have a grass type, and I can go and, you know, send out my... Oh, sweet. Okay, we're good. Yes, I'm not expecting Chinchou to be able to do anything, so I'm not going to worry about healing it. We're going to save. I was about to say, you can't move anywhere here if you... If she comes up to fight you, you'd have to go all the way back. Okay. I'm a little worried. If she's got water types, I don't have a good counter. Because Chinchou, you know, is going to get eaten up by their non-water moves. Okay, so the plan here this time, for sure, is we're going to Thunder Wave. Or Beam. I resist that. We're in a Supersonic. Make it so it's as hard for it to hurt me as it can. We're actually going to try a Surf because it did nothing to me. And I might do nothing back to it, but I at least want to look. Was that a crit? No. Wow. Okay. There we go. Now Surf is going to kill. Question is, do I think I can survive 2 hits from a Cloyster? I'm probably not going to risk it this time. As much as I would love the XP, it still is split up between 2 Pokemon. Actually, no, screw that. I can paralyze it too. Do the same strategy. Thunder Wave. Use Withdrawal, that's nothing. I missed. Haha, paralyzed. Ah, but I missed. It's paralyzed. There we go. I think Cloyster's special defense is lower, so same with Shelter. I don't know what this does to me. That's the thing, is I don't know what this does to me. I'm like, if I get one shot by a normal move or something, that's like the only real fear here. Big fear. But if it's got like Aura Beam, yeah. I think I can 1v1 it. Oh, it got a crit. Of course it did. Pack. Lemonade. If it's only got Aura Beam too, I can always switch into Zuko or to do. I want to play Confusion games because I think I need it to do that extra damage to itself. It should be a 50-50, but it's going to take me a long time if I'm just hitting with Surfs. But if it's getting a little bit of, health from hitting itself, that'll make this fight go a lot quicker. Even though there's obviously the risk of just missing Supersonic. And that would not be, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Now 2 Surfs should be in range. I'm also purposely making sure not to use the speed up button. I really don't want to do that for this playthrough. I think you get more enjoyment out of the games just playing through like this. This also will mean all of Cloyster's XP for taking it out will go straight to Chinchou, who needs it the most. Could I have done this against Starmie or not Seeking? Maybe Starmie. Maybe Starmie. But there's a benefit to this having low. Ooh, so close. One more level too. Okay. Ooh, soft sand. That's cool. Pack. Let's give that straight to Geodude. Especially when I get a low magnitude until I go get Earthquake, which that also might be just in the post game, honestly. Because I forget what level it is. That might be another one I'd contemplate leveling up my Pokemon for. Kind of like Alakazam. Yeah, because Golem's also an evolution, so I'd want to make sure I get Golem. So, no items over here? Okay, just battles. That's cool. I'm down with that. Yes. I would love to fight something, but I'm just going to go up and fight that other dude and get my level 24 that way, because I'm not going to, like, do anything with the tentacles. Okay, let's go heal. Let's go fight that other guy, because like I said, I don't think I fought him before. I think I missed him, the other guard in front of the park. And that likely is Growlithe, which I'd be good against. But, you know, otherwise, it's at least a battle that wouldn't be there otherwise. And then I think I'm going to end for today, because I'm getting a little tired and I'd like to eat. So I'll go for an hour and a half, which is good. Also seeing, like, when I stream, like, if there's any times that more people come out to, and also if there's more time people come out to, and also how it affects my watch hours is what I'm really interested in too. Yeah, I was sad. I didn't fight this guy before. I don't think you can fight them in the daytime. I think they're just nighttime battles. Officer Dirk. He's got a Growlithe, just as expected. It's a little low leveled because I missed him. He's a couple routes early, so kind of expect that. I like how Surf goes up really quickly at first and then slows down a little bit. Growlithe going down. Oh, 273. That's better than those Pidgeys were. Those Pidgeys were levels higher. Well, a couple of them were just one higher, but there was like 2 17s and a 19. Those barely gave me... Did they even get me to 200? One Pokemon I did think about using for this was Scyther, but my logic in this was Scyther would get wing attack and slash basically, and it wouldn't get stealing. It gets stealing Scizor gets stealing the same level Scyther gets wing attack, but I don't think Metal Coat's until the post game. So Scyther's good, and it's just a redistribution on stats. But I was like, I don't think I quite want to. Ideally, I would want Scyther to be able to evolve, like have the Metal Coat and be able to evolve Scyther on that level, so I get wing attack and stealing, and then I could have Swords Dance and slash. And I'm gonna go confirm this real quick since we just saved our game. Scyther, not Gen 1, Gen 2. Scyther gets Sword Dance at 42, and it gets Agility, Wing Attack, Slash, and then Wing Attack's at 30. For Scizor, Metal Claw's at 30. Okay, it was Metal Claw. And you get Iron Tail as a TM. You do get Steel Wing as a TM, but I just don't know where it is. But I figured, that'd be cool. The problem is Metal Coat is on the SS Aqua, which is right at the beginning of the post game. So I'm pretty sure at that point I'd be stuck where I wouldn't be able to get Metal Claw. And I don't know where's the TM for stealing? Crystal, whoops. Not Crystal. Crystal Steel Wing TM. It's found on Route 28, the path leading to Mount Silver. Given to you by a woman in a house near the Pokemon Center. Is that really it? Rock Tunnel. Let me look at Bulbapedia too. Route 28 and Rock Tunnel. So you get 2 of them. I guess I could do... What's Steel good against again? Let me go look at that. What's Steel good against? Oh, was it just on this tab? Yeah, it was. Okay. And so that's Metal. So Metal Coat is the very beginning of the post game. If I want Scizor. And then Steel would be super effective against Ice. I do have Fire type. Good to have options, I guess, though. It'd be good against a Rock. It resists a bunch of things, obviously. It'd be good against a Rock. And I do have a Water type. So I guess I don't offensively have to have Steel. And then do I have any Pokemon? Yeah, I guess none of these are flying, right? Okay, you know what? Change of plans. We're gonna save the game right here with Chinchou in the lead. Oh, whoa, wait. Light. Change of plans. Chinchou's in the lead. We're also going to save state. Word bug catching contest. We're gonna get Scyther. Yes, that's okay with me. Let me make sure Scyther 2 is, National Park. And it should be bug catching contest, yes. It is 5% rarity. So might take us a little bit here. I think it's just 20 minutes. Could you stay up, please? Thank you. Yeah, we have 20 minutes, so we can re-go to that save state. We can save state at the beginning of the fight too if we need. So let's go find us a Scyther and win the bug catching contest, because why not? I always liked this in this game. That was cool. We'll Thunder Wave it. And then we're just gonna throw Park Balls. Gotta be. I think you can get Beedrill and Butterfree here too, along with Pinsir. Those are like the big things. I think Venonat's in it as well. I love that the grass is different too. Like you kind of have the tall grass in some later Pokemon games, but this is like the first tall grass. But it's not really tall grass, it's just grass that looks different in this, more in this one, which is cool. Actually, let's also, while we're moving, we have limited time. National Park details. Bug catching contest. Is there a difference in the grass? Nope, just 5%. You get Paris as well. And then it's just Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, Kakuna, which is kind of expected. Okay. OBS disconnected, excuse me. Okay. Still says I'm live. Okay, that also matters. That was weird. I don't know what caused OBS to randomly disconnect. Okay, let's just hope the 5% comes a little bit quicker than Teddiursa because it took me like 20 minutes to find a Teddiursa, which was 5%. It's like HP and level is what also decides. I was wondering if like the grass, there's any difference between the grass sides. You know, like if maybe Scyther was on one, Pinsir was on the other or something, or more likely. But no, it's not that. It's everything is the same. If I wasn't using Alakazam, I think Venonat would be really cool because it gets psychic moves. And being a poison bug type, it would resist poison, so that's kind of useful. It wouldn't be able to be poisoned, hit them super effectively back. That is like ideal, right? Is when you can resist something or be immune to something and hit it super effectively back. Especially when it's not, there's Paris. Especially when it's not a, like an obvious, water is good against fire type thing. Paris is terrible in this game. It's kind of like Sneasel, I guess, where you're really just going off like Slash, and I guess Fury Cutter probably. Does it get Swords Dance even? I don't know. Feels like it would in like a newer game, but I don't know if it does in these older games or not. I don't even know if it does in a newer game. It just feels like that because it's a physical attacker. But I have no idea what Parasect gets. I think Parasect is really cool, but it's another Pokemon that is not even on the list of maybe I'd use that until Gen 4. Some Pokemon are the other way. I wouldn't want to use Doduo after Gen 3 because, you know, it loses Tri-Attack as a physical move because normal, you know, once the physical special split happens. Where's my battery at? 25%. Okay, that should be good. I got my charger next to me if needed. But unlike, you know, some Pokemon like Krabby, right, where now it finally can hit with physical water moves instead of special water moves. Doduo is like the opposite, where Tri-Attack, which is an awesome normal type move and would be physical for it, is special, and its special attack is not very good, so Tri-Attack becomes way less interesting. Still gets Drill Peck and stuff, but being able to get Drill Peck and Tri-Attack in the early gens is perfect. And a lot more interesting than using it in newer games where you kind of lose that. Tri-Attack's such a cool move too, and not a lot of Pokemon. It's not a crazy common move, but only some Pokemon. There's Butterfree. There's our first 5% spawn. Only a handful of Pokemon can like take advantage of it. Because in newer gens, you have to be a special attacker or you can't. And like Magneton gets it. But in like old games, you know, it's a physical move and Magneton's physical attack is bad, so that's not very good. Paris, I think I said last time, my first shiny is a Paris in gold. I probably looked like that because I think, typically speaking, Crystal uses more of gold sprites than silver sprites. There's sometimes it changes the color, like with Spinarak, but on a just like actual how they look design-wise, ignoring the color, it's more gold than silver, if I'm not mistaken. If we don't get Scyther, we're just going to reset, by the way. Weedle. Don't want that. Now the chat randomly like refreshed. Weird. There's a Kakuna. Don't want that. Oh, I clicked off of my thing. It does feel like my... Well, it does feel like my battery's suddenly dropping quicker, though. I'm not sure why. I guess I'll get my charger ready. Butterfree. Again. Why is that all the way on the other side? Oh, yeah. What the hell? It suddenly went from 20% to like 0. Let's get you in. Okay, there we go. That was bizarre. Everything was running fine, and then suddenly the OBS disconnected, and it suddenly dropped my computer down. Yeah, it was showing me 25% like 2 minutes ago, and then it suddenly showed me 6. I do have 2 other programs up. I could close one of them. There's our Scyther. Okay. Fight. Thunder Wave. Make it easier to catch. Use Leer, okay. There we go. And then, because you cannot save while you're doing this, normally. Advantages of being on the computer. Oh my gosh, we got it immediately. Let's go. Sick. It's very proud of its speed. It moves so fast that the opponent, that its opponent does not even know what knocked it down. Okay, we're going back to the dude because... Actually, let's go to this side because we need to go this way. We got our Pokemon, so... Yeah. We've chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? Placing in third was Camber Berry, who got a Kakuna. Good for you, Barry. 318. Was Pokefan William, who caught a Pinsir. That's pretty cool. The score is 334. This bug catching contest winner is Chris, who caught a Scyther. Heck yeah. The winning score is 370. We got a Sunstone. That evolves if we wanted Blossom. Yes. Here's the bug thingy. Bug types typically have this one. Okay, Scyther. You know what? Easy. We're gonna nickname this Steve because I believe that was like Magnitude's mascot back in the day. Steve, aka Magnitude, the creator of the GBA, and really the creator of the League format. So we're gonna name Steve after him because, oh shoot, that's in the box. I don't need cut, right? No, I don't need cut to go back. Deposit Pokemon. We're gonna deposit our Bellsprout. And we're gonna pick up our Scyther, but we're not gonna worry about Scyther for a little bit. We'll have time to level it up. But right now, I want to make sure Chinchou gets its electric move first and foremost. And I want to make sure, yeah, I want to make sure it gets its move. And then we'll see. Because I probably will want, oh yeah, are there any trainers in the gym? I should check that, because I feel like I remember they're either like you might avoid the battles in the newer games or something like that. If you do the Ampharos thing first, but I would like to battle them because they're steel trainers, and if I could get my Quilava to, get some steel type attack, kills, that'd be nice. Because Steelix, I'm not sure if it gets a ground move, so maybe Surf would be really good, but again, I got low defense on Chinchou. It doesn't really want to be using, fighting physical things. Alakazam should hit it pretty hard. I guess I'd probably fight even if I don't get to the level I want with Quilava. I probably should, at least by committee, be able to beat Gyarados. Okay, so there's no trainers in this as well. I think Heart Golems and Silver have trainers in the remake, but you might be able to avoid them if you are, or if you've already done like Amphi. Okay, so we're gonna use Scyther, yeah. So I decided we're gonna use Scyther, and I'll just get the stealing late in the game because I don't need to have stealing. I'll be able with wing attack and slash. I'll hit hard because Scyther's very offensive, and then I'll be able to evolve it if I want. And then maybe I don't want to evolve it. You know, maybe I'm like, you know what? I like Scyther as it is. Scyther is really cool. But this is an opportunity scissor post game. What else would flying be good against? Flying is. Oh, you know what? If I train it though, it's going to be really good for the next gym. Okay. He might have some coverage moves to be. Oh wait, no, you know what though? But I've got Kadabra. I've got Kadabra, and I'll be able to hit. I'm gonna stick to the plan. We're getting Steve another level and getting the electric move, and once we get the electric move, we'll switch into Scyther. Because Scyther definitely could be useful in that gym, especially if they don't have any rock coverage, you know, on me. But I want to get the electric because he's got Poliwrath and he's got Primeape, and that'll give me another option for Primeape if something goes wrong, you know, in the gym. Because you never know. But if, you know, I'm low physical defense, so if he's able to, like, take out Alakazam or something, then I will have an option, you know, another electric type attack, since there's no grass on this team. And then after this, we'll switch straight into Scyther up and get as high as we can. I don't think, though, well, you know what, I said it gets wing attack at 30. It's not going to be level 30, so Scyther is not going to have wing attack. So, you know what, maybe it's not going to matter, but I get probably good to start leveling it up, but I want to make sure I get this move. Spark is important, and that'll allow me to use this on the way up to, what's it called? Cinnabar. You know, now that I'm already back here, I almost think I might as well just finish off this, this area. Oh, because there's only a couple more trainers. There's like 2 trainers in the middle. There's that one girl when you drop down the first time, and then when you go up, there's another sailor. And after that, I think it's it, because we just went to the top floor before that we could get to on the outside. Bubble. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, and then we'll stop. We'll go to Cinnabar, Cyanwood. Cyanwood, how many times did I say Cinnabar? Cyanwood in the next part. So we did not. We'll definitely get through 2 gyms next part too, because we just have one route and then we can fly back. Not that Scyther's gonna be able to fly, so I should make sure I have a flying Pokemon. I'll need to put that on my checklist. Make sure I have something that can learn fly, because I don't think Scyther does. Really? Oh, okay. I thought she was going to ask me to rematch again, and I was like, are you kidding me? We just rematched. Then again, I just got Huey's number, and he already wanted to rematch. Okay, there's the sailor there. So there'll be him, and there'll be there's somebody else, too. Yeah, well, we want to drop down here. Hello. Sailors both kind and strong. How about you? I hope I've got enough backspace. I think I'm good on backspace. I need to go sell some things and put some things away, but Poliwhirl. I like that because that was good XP for that last one, so. At worst, this could get me to where I just need like one battle and I could honestly like go and surf and fight like tentacles or something in the water. Even if it's a 3 KO and get like the last little bit I need. Because I'd be close, you know. If Poliwhirl gives me like another 500 or something, like Huey's did. It might give me a little bit less, I'm not sure this is as high of a level. Water gun. You know what, I'm low on surfs. So I'm gonna actually go for the Supersonic. Try to get to hit itself a couple times. Or you could miss. There we go. Feels like half the time Supersonic misses twice and then it hits on the third. Go for a Surf. I'm actually trap Flail next turn. Never mind. That got into range of that Surf will kill. I was like, if Surf is close, because it looked like Surf might be close, then I don't want to do that. Okay. I'll need to kill one more thing with Chinchou. I knew it. My bag is full. Damn it. That's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to use the... we're going to go ahead and use the freshwater. Yeah, because there's a trainer on the next floor. So there might be an item too, I'm not sure. I can always give something, a random item to hold me off until getting back to the mart. I don't have to come back here, that's the thing. Yeah, there is an item over there. Okay, that's a new item and not a TM. We will go and Sailor Ernest. Son of a chop, okay. Do I want to get this by switch training 3 times is the question. And I'm low on Surf, so I'm going to say yes. I would... Okay, now I can't check stats. What does Steve have? Okay, those are bad moves. And that it is. Yeah, I was kind of scared they'd do a decent amount of damage too to Chinchou. Chinchou also has lower physical defense like Kadabra, and it does not resist. And it's a bit lower level, not evolved, so... I think just buy like 3 of these. Oh, sweet. Never mind, I should just get it on Poliwhirl. Okay, this one's level 18, but that means Surf's probably to a KO. We are going to Thunder Wave it. Bubble. I can always Flail in the middle too if I want. I've only got 5 Surfs left. Yeah, I like how Surf just goes really fast for those first 2 like jumps and then it slows down a bit. Though I'm not anywhere close to weak now, so Flail might suck. We're gonna go for the Surf here. Because, you know, it could go for a double slap, get me down a little bit more, and that would make Flail do a little bit more damage. We're gonna go for the Flail. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Will we kill? I'm not sure if that was a 2-hit KO or not from there. It might leave it on 1. I did take a bit more damage though, so I should do slightly more. Yeah, there we go. 504, that's enough to level up. Here's Spark. Yes. Yes. There goes Flail. Never to be seen again. Just what I wanted. Yes. We're going to Steve. So can Steve 1v1 this is the question. I really like that this is a... I want to Focus Energy. Why not? I love that this is a 14-1. I get an extra level instead of fighting a... or having a level 13, because Cerebi said these are either 13 or 14, so it was a 50-50. I'm going to just keep quick attacking, I guess. I could Leer it and do a little bit more damage. But with Focus Energy, I've got a higher crit chance too. Yeah, if this was just short of a 3 or 5-hit KO, I might try 1 Leer. But with the crit chance and what should be... Well, maybe not. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Didn't get the crit. It's probably worth it though, just to try. Got half a level for that. If I would have known he had Chop. Okay, Super Pell. I don't need that. I mean, I guess I could use it on the route, but I'm pretty fine. This Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Signwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. May I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? Yes. Any items around here? I feel like there's one on the left. Yeah, there's one on the left. I could sell the Super Repel, though. Okay, so pack. What we're going to do is we're going to... What's at the bottom? We're going to give the Ether to Matt. And we're going to give the Sunstone to Lantern temporarily. And we're going to go pick up the Super Potion. Then we're going to go down a floor. Make sure there's nothing else over there. Pick up the Super Repel, which we can sell and get extra money. There we go. And now we're going to drop down through the holes. Boom. I like this theme. This is a good theme. This is one of my favorite Glitch X City remixes too, is the one of this one. Okay, there we go. So we want to go to the mart and sell the nugget, and probably the Super Repel too. I could use it on the route, but I'm not sure how much I care. Oh, I said click buy. Whoops. Maybe I'll use it. But nugget, I definitely want to sell that. Whoops. I've got a singular Super Potion. That's annoying. That takes up a spot. But what I can do is I could go just box things. PC. No, not Bill's PC. Chris's PC. Deposit item. Don't need the rare candy on me right now. I don't need the mystery berry on me right now. Then Pokemon. Take the Sunstone back. Take the Ether back. And we can put them in the storage too. Yeah. Let's sleep. I've just got a bunch of one-off potion type items, which is annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 3 item spots for now, but I can go on the route and I can probably... the only worry is I might have to go get antidotes, but I can use like the Super Potion and stuff like that there. I don't want to take the Hyper Potion out because that's useful longer term. I'll probably get more of those too, so... And then I guess I'll use the Repel to start the route, just to use that up. Assuming there's nothing over here, and I do want to check out the... First of all, Steve is going to the lead until we get onto the water. We're not doing the battle tower. I do remember there was something in this game. Okay. Maybe I'll explore it in a second. Oh, longer than I thought I was going to. I'll fight this dude real quick, because I don't have to get in the water basically for him. Since he's right here. Might as well just go ahead and beat him. Swarmer Simon, Sinnoh Tentacle. Yeah, Tentacle's obnoxious. Tentacle's obnoxious because it can just poison you. And we're not going to stand on that. Actually, we're going to go into Orso. Why Orso is the lowest level? And Orso is useless for the next 2 gyms as well, so. Yeah, look at that. Right, what do you know? Right away. Orso is useless the next 2 gyms, and if we're switch trading Scyther, that's what's going to be out in front. So, a good opportunity to get Orso a little bit of levels. Tentacle, yep. Switch into Steve, and then we'll switch back to Orso. Gotta give Steve all levels he can. I'll check back up on that moveset and see what he gets in when. It might be switch training him until he gets like Slash or something. Because I'm definitely not teaching him like Cut, you know, or something really useless. I don't want to waste that just to get him to move quicker. I might give him Fury Cutter, especially if we're not going to have Scissor, or it's going to take us a long time to get Steel Wing. Because I assume Scyther's not going to sit at 30 and we're going to hold on to him until we go get Metal Coat. Though that is, technically speaking, that is an option. I could get him up to 30 and stop leveling him entirely. Not use him in the Elite Four or anything if I wanted Steel Wing. Or not Steel Wing, a Metal Claw. Only reason it's a big option is because it's still, you know, a stab move. And I don't know what Scyther... Again, I didn't look at Scyther's moveset crazy to know what it gets. Maybe there's an argument to go for Fury Cutter. I have a bug move and it does get... Fury Cutter does get stronger every time, even though it starts off really weak. But Wing Attack / Swords Dance. Could also run Agility, just run plus speed plus attack. You could argue that's better with Scissor though, because Scissor's slower, but Scissor would be able to take advantage of that agility really well. And make it closer to Scyther's speed, which is already really fast, and then be tankier is the thing. Scyther would be able to use agility and sword stance, but it's not as tanky. Scissor's tankier, so while it wouldn't be as fast, agility would put it to a pretty good speed stat. And then it would not, like, maybe take a lot of damage on hit or something. Save again. Basically put 8 hours into this game so far. We're in all of mine. I think that's pretty good. So, I'm going to end that off here now. I went longer than I was expecting to. I've probably hit the... music's going to cut out. I've probably hit the, that was the wrong tab anyway. Probably hit the, yeah, over 2 hour mark. So I'm going to cut out, I gotta eat. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, everyone who's in the chat, or really it's just, Yago in the chat. Next episode, we are definitely going to be doing Cinnabar Island, and, we're going to be doing Cinnabar's Cyanwood. We're going to be doing Cyanwood. And we're going to be doing all of mine and getting both those gyms done. And we'll see how much further we can go after that, because I don't think it'll take too long. It'll probably take us 30 minutes or something to get to the gym. Oh, and we are going to go... let me, real quick... I think I caught Spearow at the beginning of the game, because I said I might use Spearow, and if not, it's a flying Pokemon. Yeah, Burb. Okay, so we got Burb here. Burb should be able to fly. So we will be able to have access to fly and fly around. So make it easier to go around places, talk to Kurt, and get any balls if we want any. Other things. Go do rematches. So yeah, anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for regular videos resuming as normal tomorrow morning. Well, they've been pretty consistent. And we'll try to stream again later in the week, at least 1 more time, maybe 2 more times. I got a couple Pokemon tier lists in mind. Don't know what other Pokemon content I'd want to do. That's just tier lists are easy because I like talking about like different Pokemon related topics, and tier lists are good ways to like do that. And maybe that Mario Kart video will come out at some point too. So we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll